So, last time I left off, none of this garbage was done. But now, some of this garbage is done. So, we're going to be working on consistency, but probably just finishing the scene first. So, my main thing about consistency, right, is her boobies. I'm not even kidding, because, like, look, they kind of, like, go from there to there to there to there, and they don't make a lot of sense. So we're going to try and fix that today. We're going to try and get this middle frame developed. Here, probably finish more of this, like, same facial feature shenanigan stuff here. And in general, I want to work on the credits, because the beginning credits are probably the most important part that I haven't finished yet. And I'm predicting the credits, because, like, originally I was going to have the credits be this, like, stop motion sequence, but, the stop motion sequence itself is turning out to be kind of a nightmare, which is okay. And I don't mind doing stop motion, obviously, but I don't have, I guess, the time or the effort or really the space in my room to be working on the stop motion set that I really wanted to do, so that's okay. But here we go. So, ooh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Hello?
Wah.
Are you back in Milwaukee
Yeah, what's up?
already?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I am.
You're breaking up. Can I ask you for a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Would you possibly be able to pick me up from a train station in like an hour and a half?
Yeah, dude, no problem.
Yeah, I should be there at 2:30.
Okay.
Able to do that.
Yeah, just text me when you get here and I'll come grab you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool. Yeah.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Alright.
Thank you. Bye.
Later. Haha! Looks like I figured out when I'm gonna stop. And it turns out it's whenever Sabata texts me, so. So I've kind of been interested in developing her fabric more. So like there's this crease here, right? And that starts right here, but I'll start the crease right now, actually. And also, the main thing that we have to keep in mind too for this is that her punch is finishing right here. So I need, like, let's say we get to this frame here, her fist needs to be like almost, I'd say here actually, because we really want that like force. So in general, this whole part is going to be kind of a waiting game of her slow movement, which is totally cool. And it's not really a slow movement, it's more of a quick movement, but with some dickiness floating around. So pretty much just going to try and copy these hands as we had them before. Although I'm going to make them a little smaller because honestly, that red hand is kind of atrociously large. And no one needs to know how bad of an artist I am. That's really what it comes down to. So, and also the neck should be moved forward just slightly here. Ooh, what the fuck? And also this arm here is gonna have to come in a smidge. Honestly, I don't really care what happens to it because its movement is not important to the scene, or to her profile anyway. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And you might notice that this is a shitty hand, and you would be right, my friend, because it is. But your boy doesn't give a fucking half. So let's do this. That's a decent start. And the thing that I could do, I'll do one frame here, and then that. I'll kind of make that match. But honestly, I don't see these taking more than 2 frames a pop, so. And then. Oh, Christ. I just got back from Christmas, and I like Christmas, he said. Lying. Haha, take that. No. I do like Christmas, but I also kind of hate being somewhere where I can't work, I guess. And I mean, I love doing this stuff, like I love working on it, but I think I get very anxious not being able to. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's why I don't want to be there. Oh, this looks like titties, like bad titties. All right, YOLO. Another thing that I should probably think about too is the fabric movement back here, because there should be quite a bit of it. But anyway, I kind of hate the holidays just because I get this terrible anxiety feeling going on inside. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I should really be working right now. Whenever I go to bed, I feel like, oh, why am I not working on this cursed bitch? So that's kind of where I'm at. But I also had kind of a nightmare while I was in Madison, and the nightmare was that I didn't finish my fucking project here. And I got so freaked out, I woke up and was not screaming. That's not doesn't happen. But I got so freaked out that I was like kind of panicking, you know? I mean, I woke up in like a sweat. Alright, so in order to convey the movement that I want here, I'm not going to finish this fist. I'm going to instead do some effects, but I'll wait for that in a second when I have this more like completed. Oh, that's a terrible line. Sorry, everybody. So, and the other thing too that I'm thinking is I want, in this green frame, right, I want it to actually connect with his face, which will be the frame after 2, 8, or 4, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9, right here, this guy. That'll be when she connects with his face, and we get some cool effects bullshit that I'll think of. It should all work out fairly stellarly. That's not too shabby, I say. And then we'll erase this because there'll be like some blurring bits, and I kind of want to have like, you know, like shit like that, but without the black lines in between them. So we'll get that sorted in a second. I like this wrist though, actually. I like this better than the red one, but I think we'll have to kind of make do with what we got. I've been listening to Donald Glover's Me and Your Mama a lot recently. I don't know what I like about it, but I like it a lot. So, okay, cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete that layer because I didn't need it. Uh-oh. Did it freeze? Did it crash? Oh, OpenTunes, you sexy motherfucker. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm really looking forward to going to bed at some point, waking up, and it being my birthday. It's another thing that I'm kind of like questioning right now is like what my birthday means to me. And I mean, on one hand, it should be really OpenTunes. Come on, bitch. On one hand, I'm kind of nervous to even think about my birthday because I really hate the idea of making it special and which sounds fucking annoying, obviously. Like, I hate saying that out loud, but honestly, I really don't care. And, I mean, maybe I do, but that's what I'm talking about, I guess. But also, it never really feels special because people who are special to me are either, you know, annoying this time of year or, like, not able to hang out. And honestly, December birthdays are pretty shitty. Not gonna lie. Please work. Why do you do this, little guy? Oh, I don't want to close it. Let's see what we got. OpenTunes is only using 2 gigs of memory. So why is it frozen? Also, why is Epic Game Launchers on? I'm gonna end that bitch. Go fuck yourself. Come on, OpenTunes. Do something interesting. Ugh, I don't want to redo these frames. This is why you get discouraged when you're animating, because fucking these programs are goddamn trash and a half sometimes. Even though I love OpenTunes, and anyone who uses anything else is a fucking idiot. Alright. Ha, you like my background? Cool. That was from my senior shoot. Look at his little eyes. What a cutie. There it is. OpenTunes, you sexy motherfucker. I'm gonna go grab some more schmoffy. Also, there's mold growing in this schmoffy cup. That's pretty gross. Oh, it still hasn't loaded yet. Cool. Sleeping with the moon and the stars. I know it changed, but it just feels the same. General feeling the Donald Glover vibes right now. Alright. I should also go to the gym tonight, maybe. Ooh, it's been a while. But I'll miss out on James. Oh, that's the problem with going to the gym, is James isn't there. Alright. And so we do it again. Haha, take that, past Kaz, you fucking Oof. Your channel is live. Oh, cool. Thanks, YouTube. I just got a little email. That was cute. Alright. Something I do hate about OpenTunes is that they don't bring over your color palette from the last thing that you were doing. So in general, that's a shitty nose. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they don't bring over your color palette. So you have to constantly be copying over your color palette into like other layers when you start coloring stuff, which we will get to. We will get to in a bit. You sexy kitty cat. Wow. Speaking of kitty cats, I just saw cats with my friends the other day, and Jesus Christ. I was also reading some interesting stuff on Reddit, and I don't know how I got here, but it was talking about how furries really fucking hate cats. And I was like, oh, that's a fascinating thing. I never thought about that. Because, you know, your first instinct is like, ah, gross, it's some disgusting cat bullshit. I'm sure furries will eat that garbage up because, you know, they're furries. But it turns out they don't like the movie. So that was new knowledge to me. And I don't know how I feel about that risk, but you know what? Fuck it in half. We'll take it. There we go. I'm going to definitely save after this. I know it changed, but it just feels the same. You can feel it in the street. On a day like this, the heat you feel like summer. Alright, save. Yeah, take that, OpenTunes. Now if you crash, you still suck. Haha, bitch. I wish that I could somehow use, like, I'm sure there's like a hotkey method that I could do to like convert my mouse into like the thing that the middle click button does, so I wouldn't have to like use the hotkeys on my monitor, which is a very good monitor. But I really wish I could just like fucking press a button on my pen here and then have that like solve all the issues for me, like scroll wheel wise. Because I use the scroll wheel more than anything, because you know, you scroll out, you scroll in, but then you can also drag it and move it around. So it's really the most convenient thing if I had a scroll wheel on my pen tool, but I don't think that is a pen that exists like that. So, whee! And that was too long, but we'll get there. There's going to be a lot of fixing over the next few days, so I can do the final prep for coloring, and then be done with this goddamn fucking scene. Holy Christ. I'm so excited. Moving on to some more walking stuff, some dialogue stuff, some interesting background stuff, and my friend Isaiah is going to do a background for me for my birthday, because he's... well, maybe he will. I haven't like confirmed it yet. I'll also pay him too, because you know, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. You gotta eat. Oh yeah, and then this is the frame that we were working on the punch for. So again, we'll cut it off right about there. Right. Yeah, and then we'll go. Well, just for my sake, more than anything. It was really nice. My dad got me One Punch Man volumes 11, 12, and 13 at Borders, because I guess Thursday, which is... was that today? Yeah, no, that's it was yesterday. Thursdays at Borders, you can pick up anime, or manga, sorry bitches. You can pick up manga. If you get two copies of manga, you can get one for free. So I got 3 copies of One Punch Man, and my girlfriend got me 1 through 10, which was the best, because I love One Punch Man, mostly, honestly, because the art is, you know, fantastic. I can look up his name. He's a genius. He also live streams his art sessions, and goddamn do I love him. He's a beautiful soul for doing that work. We don't deserve him, as the community says. And I wish I was more involved in the One Punch Man community, because honestly, it's a cool bunch of dudes and ladies, I'm assuming, if there are any. I'm sure there are, probably. But, I mean, everyone knows what One Punch Man is. Let's see, how does that look? Also, let's save it before I blow my brains out. Very cool. Look at this face. I'll erase this too. And then, bah. So something interesting here. When she goes in for this punch, her whole body should be tilting sideways, right? So it starts off like this, and then it should transition into that, because she's throwing her whole body into it, right? So that's something we'll have to definitely figure out over the next 2 or 3 frames here that I have to work on. But let's finish her head, and then we'll go back and we'll finish her straps. Alright, so and it appears that her nose is a little high up there, but I mean, no one will know except us. So doop. Look at that eyebrow. Whoa, bro. Shit. Nope. Not good. We only accept mediocre work here. None of this who's what's it of who's whose. I only work in mediocre terms. I never work in good terms. Something else I've been thinking about too is where the ear is in relation to the eye. So this should actually work okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think, question mark? That'll do. She got taller all of a sudden, interesting. Duh. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I'm gonna have to shrink her. I will shrink her in a second. Because she got too big there. I'm gonna finish this frame though. And the background model that you see is from this website that I found that kind of helps you determine proportions. I've been using that a lot. So that's been really useful actually. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Something I wish I could fix about OpenTunes too is if you use the eraser tool, it will have a lag behind, and it's not like a, but only when you're not touching the screen, which is kind of fascinating. So I don't know why it does that. And let's say that I save that because I'm somewhat happy with it, and I go ahead and delete this layer here. Delete. Pop. You'll notice too she doesn't look right without her little bun in her hair. And I kind of want that, and I want to draw it a lot larger because I'm going to shrink this whole layer down. Yeah, okay, fine. Even just looking at the two. Ooh. Something's going on out there. Extend that to that. Yeah, that's not too shabby, he said, thinking it was a little shabby. Her eyes are a little fucky, but we'll fix that in a bit. Also, her wrist is obnoxiously large, but I guess we'll just kind of deal with it. That's what the model said, you know. I mean, especially when I was working with it, I feel like her hands are a little wonky, but you know, I guess I'll fix that in a second too. Okay, I have to go ahead and connect these two lines so that the colors don't get fucky. And the other thing too is there's a whole hidden book right here. So as we're scrolling through, look at how much of her gets covered up until the end. So really all this bullshit here doesn't matter. That I hate. The booby stuff that I was talking about. It doesn't, well, that does matter a little. But pop, when she comes over here, pop, 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 pop. And the reason that we're still working on those layers, despite the fact that there is a book in the way, is because if I didn't, I would hate myself. And that's really what it comes down to. Oh, so she looks skinny there. A little too skinny. That's okay. Alright. So let's see what we can do. So I'll go down a little. That was actually a really good amount. She has this like face going on right now, which I'm not sure I like. No, hate. Hashtag hate. What the fuck? Farty, farty, farty. Yeah, that's not happening. We're just gonna have to. Whoop, 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 whoop. I think I is a little too much for me right there, so I will get rid of a little bit of that, and I'll go, yeah, something like that. Not that chin, but we're on the right track. I would like to say that we are on the right track. That's gonna get fucky, but you know, we'll fix that in a second. And her ear. And I kind of, the funny thing about their ears is I've been like set on this one ear design for so long. I don't remember when I figured out that I liked it. It was probably a few months ago, but I've been fucking with their eyes ever since. I've been fucking with their noses. I've been fucking with, you know, all this shit, but their ears have always remained the same. And I'm kind of grateful for that because honestly, I'm not a fan of drawing anything right now. I hate art. Art is trash. But in general, I'm pretty pleased with their whole ears schematic, so I'll definitely be sure to keep that. No, that shan't do. I say shan't do. That can work. People will see that and say that's good enough. Yeah. And now her little ball. We all have balls in our life. Her ball will start moving that way. Whoa, that way. So. Whoa, that was a thick line. Why are my lines so thick now? Oh, I think my pen got deactivated. How do I fix this? Shit not stick. Okay. Can't remember. I used to be able to. Oh, there's a way to do it. Maybe if I change to eraser. I go back to here. No. All right. Well, I'm just gonna save that. Maybe if I click with that. I go back to here. Why won't you work? I want nice thin lines. I don't want thick lines. I guess I could just that's it's almost 4 pixels. We can't have that. Yeah, 3. So it's always that thin. Sure. Now I can never fuck up. He said, pretty much immediately fucking up. Although I like that room to play, so I'm gonna bring it back out. But that means I have to somehow. Bree. What's the difference? You know what? I'm just gonna save this bitch, X out, and then reopen it, and then kill myself with a gun. So I was reading through the OpenTunes wiki, and they were gonna implement a new update, actually. I think it was early 2020, or maybe it was even late 2019. But I'll look it up again. So, hold on. No, that's good. Okay. Open Tunes Get Hub. GitHub. All right. OpenTunes nightly build archive responsible open source is not the source code representative of OpenTunes. Okay, for the source code is kept available. So remove source code, merge pull requests, and Linux tweaks. Come on, GitHub. OpenTunes. There's 6 people who make this software. Let's go take a look at the projects. Oh. Alright, GTS does not have trace scanner. Open tunes, here we go. This stuff was worked on 2 days ago. Alright, cool. I don't know when they're going to do it. I remember reading it somewhere, though. So, let's see if my little mouse works here. It sure does. Haha! Take that, fucker! Alright, and her face. Jesus Christ. I'm going to bring that jaw down just a little. Because that's a little wonky. I do declare. And that's a big eraser. That's almost just as wonky. So I finished watching The Witcher, which I kind of love. But the problem is I know I love it because Game of Thrones disappointed me so much. And I know I gotta demand better for my fantasy genre shit. But at the same time, I mean, you know, Game of Thrones really fucked me up, man. I was pissed. And I mean, honestly, if The Witcher fills that hole, then I'm perfectly fine with it being somewhat flawed. Also, the ending for this season didn't make a ton of sense to me, but that's not here or there. Like, how did she know that was Geralt at the end? I get it, he's like the White Wolf or whatever, but at this point, it's not like his reputation is far enough reaching that she knows exactly what he looks like, because she's never met the guy, so that kind of irked me a little. But honestly, I mean, I played through the third Witcher, and I haven't finished it. I haven't beaten it yet, but I know the general storyline of The Witcher. I know about the Dark Armies and how she screams a lot and pisses off some demon king thing. And I know she gets trained as a Witcher, and I know she starts pretty old to be training as a Witcher. So that's an issue that they are gonna have to deal with later on. And this hand is really fucking bothering me. Let's just go ahead and shrink it. The issue is it's too big. It's too big of a hand. You've got big juicy meat hooks, young lady. Alright. I once had an automotive teacher who called shoes hooves. And he was annoying. Dear God. I mean, also automotive class is bullshit and I hated it, but you know, someday I'll make a car, I'm sure, but I didn't learn anything from automotive class. Automotive class. I didn't learn anything. Which is totally fine, but looks good. What is this face? Jesus Christ. Past me. Can I live with that? No. Will anyone notice it? Oh, I hope not. It's a Cartoon Liberty. Yeah, it's Cartoon Liberty. Because look at her. Her proportions are so good here. And his are like, what the fuck? That's alright. Oh no. It looks like he's going for a boobies. No, dude. Alright. That's your sister. This isn't that kind of movie. And I'm gonna have to fix that nose too, because that's slightly off. People are yelling outside. Calm the fuck down. For my birthday, my mom got me an amplifier and a DAC, which is very exciting because I like music, but I haven't really gotten into like the super music world. You know, like I have a nice pair of headphones. I have that I've had, you know, since freshman year. I have the HD 600, the Sennheisers, although it's a little bent on one of the cups, but that's not here nor there. That doesn't matter. But so I've been listening to like good quality, solid quality headphones for a very long time. But I've never really had an amp or a DAC or anything that makes me a real audiophobe, like I should be. You patronizing fuckers. So my friend Sam recommended me a pretty decent cheap one that I'm really looking forward to that coming, and I'll be able to listen to some sweet tunes at even higher volumes and break my eardrums just slightly more, which is really all we can hope to do as millennials. Although I'm not a millennial, I guess, which in itself is pretty funny, especially because my aunt complains about millennials. My cousins are like, no, millennials are so great. They do whatever they want. They're the freedom generation. And I'm like, yeah, freedom, shit, yeah. And then I look at all my fellows with thousands and thousands of dollars of college debt after going to art school, and I think, yeah, freedom, yeah, freedom. And then we have a Navy SEAL who's murdering ISIL children or something, and everyone's just like, yeah, murder. Fuck, look at this. Jesus Christ, what have I got myself into? Alright. Good enough. Moving on. I think I'm gonna keep moving on. And then I might move her. What are they yelling about up there? Can you guys hear that? I think I legitimately have some really fucking crazy neighbors. Because there was one time I was, awake at 2 in the morning or whatever. I was about to snooze off when I hear glass breaking. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I look outside my window, and a couple seconds later, no doubt, there's glass being thrown at this dude's car. And it's this blue car. I don't want to say this too loudly. They can probably hear me. What if they hear me? Anyway, so they're throwing glass at this dude's car. And I'm like, well, shit. If they do that more, I'm going to call the cops. Because, if that was my car, I'd want them to call the cops. So, they keep throwing glass. So eventually I just call the cops. And then the lady's like, so who's throwing glass at your car? I'm like, oh, no. It's not my car. I think it's my neighbor's or something like that. Jesus, you can hear him. And so the lady who answers like, oh, okay, well, we'll send someone over. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Have a good night. She's like, yeah, you too. And I was like, haha, I'm a nice guy. So then, maybe a few minutes later they show up. And they're still on their porch because they haven't moved. The cop goes, hey, are you guys throwing glass up there? And then the kids, or whoever lives above me, like, no. And I was like, oh, don't believe him, Mr. Cop Man. Don't believe them. It's clearly them. They're clearly throwing the glass. And then the cop's like, okay, well, we're going to come up there and talk to you. And I was like, yes, don't believe them. And they kind of like look around the neighborhood a little bit and like, who threw that glass? Who threw that glass there? Then they call me back and they're like, where's the glass thrown come from? I'm like, yeah, it's from my ceiling. They're lying to you. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then I go to bed. And that was the most eventful night I think I've had in this place. Although, I had one night where the landlady came over, and I was working in the basement because I was, finishing a 3D print. Shut up! What are they arguing about? Shut the fuck up. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow because tomorrow I can just do nothing but draw, and that is exciting because your boy likes to draw. Anna, are you back in Milwaukee? See, I am back in Milwaukee. Ooey. So we are for sure going to that party, question mark. Also, you look great. Happy face. Also, you look great. Dank and a half. HALF. Dank and a half. I should get a haircut. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay. I read the word Epson. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I had to get a scanner for my Epson printer. Or my Epson, I had to get a scanner for OpenTunes because I wanted to scan some garbage. Jesus Christ. They want a large format. This thing is $1,300 to get this scanner. That's a hard pass. I got the B11B207221 for my scanning into OpenTunes, and that works great. However, you can't do full-size scans. Could you go to our building and collect our mail and package we got for us? We will be out of town for another week, and something I ordered came early. Okay. Is it here now? Question mark. Also, is it cool if I go around 2:30? All right. Oh yeah, it's almost 2. I guess I should probably head out. Did Baba say 5 or 2? I think he said 2. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that before I go. We'll go ahead and come back to it in a bit. And I'm starting to roll her around now. So I need to kind of start drawing her nose a little differently, because she'll be facing away from camera. Ear will get slightly larger because it's coming towards us, and this line is gonna get fucked, and then that's gonna go like that because her hair is moving more over. And then, wah, wah. Nope, that's not how that works. It goes wah, 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 and wah, wah. There we go. Yeah, it should be there, and yeah, totally winter is fine. I just don't want it sitting out there for a week. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Hope Xmas is going well. Look at that little face. You can just squeeze those cheeks. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, I want to die. I want to die. That's pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. See, there's something that I'm also noticing, which is like elements of my drawings are pretty fun and like good, but not all of them are like exactly kind of what I need them to be necessarily. Like, we're getting there. We're really getting there. That that should be expanded, and this should start flattening. Alright, let's go ahead and erase that. Cool. Although side boob is a thing, he said. Knowing how it feels to have side boob. As my tatas are large. But yeah, if you're going to get OpenTunes, you're going to need a scanner, because honestly, it kind of blows chunks not having a scanner that works with OpenTunes. And I would highly recommend the Epson one that I have. I got it on a deal on Amazon. I think it was like $100 because they were offering a deal, and I was like, yes, I need that. Also, the nice thing about this photo scanner that I can't show you, but I mean, maybe you can see it. Yeah. All right. The nice thing about this photo scanner is that it has these like crevasses right at the top here, so you can put your pegboard in the crevices, and it will close shut completely, and that's really great. So I would highly recommend that if you're looking for a much cheaper alternative to the Epson brand printers, because the large ones are fucking dummy expensive. Like, if I was running an animation studio, hands down, I would get that. But ya boy is not running an animation studio, so ya boy can't afford it. Alright, and then this arm is also raised up, and it will come back like so. And her nose should be almost gone. Like, it should be almost flat. Like this. Because you see how flat that is? It should be like... I dislike that. She looks like a fish. She looks like a fucking fish. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. All that work there. I'm gonna just keep it as that one was here, because that makes sense. So I'm just gonna go right. Oh, re. And then I'm going to go back and finish their teeth. Because the teeth are really important, I've found, when drawing these characters. Especially, I mean, obviously, but like, to convey where they are in space, it really helps me when I draw their teeth. Alright. See if Baba texted me. Or maybe he called me. No, he didn't call me. I wonder if I should go soon. Alright. I always have one concurrent viewer. I don't know who you are, but cheers, matey. Appreciate it. Keeping me going through these difficult times. Alright. There's that. And that. I feel like I'd actually be embarrassed if someone was watching this that I knew, so maybe don't say if you're there. That would actually really help. It feels like summer. It feels like summer. Yeah, good. And then we'll draw that. Ooh, fuck, she's got a terrible, demented back. Relatable. And your eye barely catches this like space in between her wrist here. But that's really important to like show the springiness. Or so I'd like to think. So now that we finished her, in terms of just movement down, we have to really go ahead and get in there with our cleanup and make sure everything is improved before going into the final stage, which is the coloring. So we'll do that in about an hour, and then I'll get back to you guys after I finish picking up my friends and doing their garbage for them. What? Also, look at that hair. That was completely unintentional, but that actually works out really well. It like kind of flops around for her, and I'm kind of happy with that. And it looks like it flattens at the top there. Her ball needs to be fixed because look at it, it's popping around a lot there. But his movement is great. His movement is really good. Besides the fact that his character looks like a fucking troglodyte, but that's fine. Like, we don't care. And we have James's lovely voice already recorded. So his voice will go over, no, 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 no. And then he gets punched. And then we do a whole scene where she looks at the book longingly, and then we follow Donald's footsteps, and then we kill ourselves. So, thanks for tuning in, everyone. That was the extent of this almost hour-long session. I will be back in another hour or two. You all look great, and I appreciate your beautiful smiles, so thank you.